Hi everyone, it's Mama D here with your daily dose of encouragement. Today's dose comes from Genesis 14 verses 21 through 23. And this is the fifth time that I've tried to record it, so hopefully it'll go through this time. So the verses say, "The king of Sodom said to Abram, 'Give me back my people who were captured, but you may keep for yourself all the goods that you have recovered.' Abram replied to the king of Sodom, 'I solemnly swear to the Lord, God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, that I will not take so much as a single thread or sandal thong from what belongs to you. Otherwise, you might say, I am the one who made Abram rich.'" The backstory here is that war had broken out in the region. The kings of Sodom and Gomorrah and some other kings in the area fought in the valley of the Dead Sea, and they lost badly. Some escaped into the mountains, but the victors plundered Sodom and Gomorrah, taking all the spoils of war, the food supplies, and the people. Remember that Abram's nephew Lot lived in Sodom. He and all of his possessions were captured as well. When Abram heard that Lot had been captured, he took 318 trained fighting soldiers with him to go get Lot back. They ended up recovering all the goods that had been taken, and his nephew Lot and all the possessions, and all the women and other captives that were taken. Abram gave 1/10 of all the goods that were recovered to Melchizedek, who was the king of Salem and a priest of God. It was a tithe of his increase. And it was just after that happened that this conversation with the king of Sodom took place. So Abram knew that it was God and God alone who gave him victory over his enemies when he went to retrieve Lot. Giving 1/10 of the spoils of war to God was an act of worship and thanks and gratefulness on Abram's part. Abram refused the king of Sodom's offer for many reasons, but the most important being he wanted to make absolutely sure that the glory for the victory in battle was attributed to God and only God. He didn't want the king to be able to take any credit for Abram's well-being. The Lord provided and protected Abram, and Abram wanted everyone to see God's hand in it. Pride, the arrogant, I'm great kind of pride, wasn't allowed any place for Abram. And he also cut that possibility off for the king of Sodom as well. When you give or do nice things for people, do you do it quietly and let them decide whether or not to share it with other people? Or do you shout it from the mountaintops so people can see how great you are and how giving and kind and whatever, instead of how great God is? Matthew 6:4 reminds us that God sees what's done in secret and he will reward. It's just something to keep in mind. And remember, there's enough ugly in the world. Choose Jesus.